In many ways, the left is actually more organized than the right. Think about it in terms of mass mobilization, mass action, Occupy Wall Street, Black Lives Matter uprising, the flooding of the streets in all of the major cities in solidarity and support of Palestine. Can you think of anything like that in modern times that the right wing has done? So it's not so much to me that the right wing is better organized. They're just better funded, and they're given power in the government. They hold power in the government where actual true leftists do not. The state is a tool. It's an instrument to enforce class dominance, for the ruling class to rule over the lower classes. Here in the United States, we have a capitalist class, and we have the majority, the working class. And most people here in the United States, not everyone, but the majority are pretty progressive. We generally don't want war until they manufacture reasons for war, right? Things like that. So living under the dictatorship of capital, institutions like the police work against working class leftist movements. Think about how they come at anti-war demonstrators, student activists, BLM activists, etc. Or the FBI's COINTEL program that is famous for targeting the Black Panthers. The majority of COINTELPRO's actions did target the Black Panthers and other black organizations, but the first targets of COINTELPRO was the Communist Party USA. So you can clearly see there the use of the state institutions to suppress working class leftist movements, right? Living under the dictatorship of capital, they have a tremendous ability to influence the national conversation and to tell people what to care about, but also what not to care about by having a monopoly on the media. But sadly, this monopoly extends to social media as well, where leftists are highly censored. I'm sure many of you have heard about what happened on Twitter. Many large leftist accounts were purged without having any strikes or having been notified that they had done anything wrong. Another disadvantage to leftists under the dictatorship of capital is cultural hegemony, where we the people largely reflect the culture of the ruling class. So think like individualism, for example, and this infects not just, the masses of us, but even extends to counterculture and people who believe that they're rebelling against the system. So go join a revolutionary party or organization. Go join a national coalition or network, or a local coalition or network or organization that is collectively coming together, to make a fist, to fight back, to learn to struggle. We have to build the infrastructure for mass movements, which are what is needed to win. But in order to have sustained, organized mass movements, we have to build those parties and organizations and coalitions and networks that make that possible. So let's get to it. Yeah, you and me.